ranking every NFL division from worst to best. At number 8, we pretty clearly have the NFC South. The Falcons are the only team showing promise. Outside of that, the Buccaneers and the Saints are very mediocre, and the Panthers are just absolutely garbage. At number 7, we have the AFC South. I think the Texans are going to be one of the best teams in the NFL next year, but outside of that, I think the Colts will be alright, the Jaguars will be alright, and I don't see the Titans doing anything. At number 6, we have the AFC West, obviously carried by the Chiefs, but outside of the Chiefs, I think the Chargers are going to be better than last year. I don't know how much better, but I think they could be pretty decent under John Harbaugh. The Raiders have a great defense, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to carry them to be one of the better teams. And the Broncos are ass. At number 5, you have the NFC North. This is when we're starting to get into the better divisions in the NFL. The Lions were obviously one of the best teams in the NFC. The Packers showed a lot of promise after Jordan Love's first career as a starter. I think the Bears have potential to be a pretty decent team, but not good enough to boost this division up. And the Vikings, we have no idea what's going on with the Vikings. They're going to be a completely different roster next year, so there's no way I could put them much higher than number 5. At number 4, we have the AFC West. Obviously, the Niners are one of the best teams in the NFL. The Rams and Seahawks are solid teams by any means, but they're not anything crazy. And then there's the Cardinals. Let's continue. At number 3, we have the NFC East. Eagles and Cowboys obviously are two of the better teams in the NFC and majorly bring up this list. I know some people are thinking the Commanders are going to have some leap next year, but I'm not buying. And outside of that one good year 2 years ago, the Giants haven't been doing shit since Eli Manning. And I know you're probably wondering, if there's only 2 teams that you think are actually good, then why are you putting them in the top 3? And the simple answer is because there's not really any other leagues, other than the ones above them, that have 2 top-tier teams in the same division, so they gotta be top 3 for me. At number 2, we have the AFC East. The Bills and Dolphins are 2 very solid teams, obviously. The Jets have the potential to take off with the return of Aaron Rodgers, and they already have a great defense. And even the Patriots, who are clearly the weakest link, still have a top 10 defense, and if Drake May can do anything even decent, they could be a pretty solid team too. But at number 1, it's the AFC North. Every team had a winning record last year, and that's with only one of those 4 teams having their starting quarterback in.